Hi, so today we are going to talk about stress management. Stress has this big misconception that it's all bad. However, it's not. In lower levels, stress prepares our bodies for day to day challenges by boosting our energy, improving our ability to focus, and our attention. It's when stress is too extreme or lasts for too long that it can become problematic. Unhealthy levels of stress, as we've talked about in the past, can add to heart disease, anxiety, depression, relationship issues, drug abuse, a weakened immune system, and many more somatic and mental health issues. Oftentimes, stress hides behind other issues and is amplified when we are in uncomfortable or triggered situations. So, here are some ways that we can begin to manage our stress. As stated, stress is an emotional and physical response to demanding situations, which include at times feeling worried, feelings of being overwhelmed, physical symptoms such as an increased heart rate, headaches, difficulties falling asleep, procrastinating, and other things. So I want you to take time and think about what are potentially the three largest things that are the source of stress. Be detailed as possible. In the next step, I want you to briefly list two other stresses that you are experiencing. In this next step, it is important for you to be able to identify what is your stress response, whether it's something that's happening with your mental health or whether that's something that is happening with your body, your somatic health. So, are you experiencing any anger or frustration, any anxiety, a decrease in your sex drive? Are you using drugs or alcohol to cope? Are you having issues with your indigestion, your ability to process foods after you eat? Are you experiencing headaches, fatigue? Are you engaging in nail biting, picking, things like that? Are you no longer wanting to be around your friends and family? Are you grinding your teeth, clenching your jaw? Do you feel like you are worrying more, having difficulty sleeping, and or over or under eating? So take some time to think about if you're having any of those physical responses. In addition, are you more tense in your shoulders? Are you having back pain? Those are some physical responses that we have to stress. The negative effects of stress can be reduced if we have some of the following things. If we have social supports, that is trusted friends and family members who we feel like we can go to in our time of need. Are we able to manage our emotions? That is a big one. Oftentimes, we're not even able to label our feelings, let alone manage them. So let's begin with, am I able to label how I'm feeling and what is causing me to feel that way? Am I maintaining a healthy, balanced lifestyle? So am I able to eat 3 meals a day? And do I experience a loss of appetite? These things play a huge factor into our stress manage. Are we able to attend to our basic needs? And our basic needs consist of our ability to get up and take showers and put on clean clothes and go to work if that's something, or take care of other responsibilities such as children. So, being able to identify your social supports. What are some things that they can specifically do that can be helpful to you? Oftentimes, people don't know how to help us, but us being able to say, hey, when I feel stressed out, this is what you can do for me. Emotional management. Stress can trigger many emotions such as anxiety, self-doubt, and anger. When these feelings are ignored, they actually get worse. It's like they are just boiling below the surface. Remember, emotional management isn't about eliminating our emotions. It's about being able to deal with them in a healthy and productive way. So being able to identify what are some unhealthy emotions that I'm having or things that I do that actually make the situation worse, although I'm trying to make it better. And in contradiction to that, what are some ways that I can successfully deal with some of these unpleasant emotions? Next is to find some life balance. So what are some things that I can do that are fun, right? That actually make me feel good? Do I need to lean into my spirituality? Does that mean that I go back to whatever house of worship that I have? Does that mean me leaning into my intimate romantic relationships? Does that mean me balancing out my social life? And lastly, our basic needs. What are some things that I need to improve upon? Do I need to implement a healthy diet? Do I need to create a schedule for my personal hygiene if I notice that I'm not showering as regularly, brushing my teeth, things along those lines? Do I need to create a sleep routine for myself? Those things are important. As adults, we oftentimes get away from sleep routines, but they're important just as they were important to us as children. Do I need to manage any other addictions? In previous videos, we talked about substance abuse management. And lastly, do I need to start taking care of my somatic health, such as obtaining a primary care doctor if I don't have one, taking medications as prescribed, or any other things that I recognize that I need to do in order to maintain my basic needs. And as always, if you're struggling with trying to identify these things, it's important for you to talk to a trusted mental health professional.